Yeah, the title is real, and I was about 13 or 12 at the time, so this is also very, very weird. But yeah, hi, hello, and this is the story of me getting offered a cigarette by an obese 14-year-old. So there's this mall around my house, right? It's right next to it, within walking distance of my house, and it's a pretty cool mall. You know what I mean? It's not the biggest, but it's like where you'd hang out with your friends and just chill and shit. It's pretty nice. So one day after school, me and this other guy, let's call him Dave, planned to hang out at the mall for a bit. And I was technically sneaking out of the house, but not really. It's hard to explain, but I kind of went out of my apartment complex slash house place, whatever you want to call it, and I went to the mall. So I'm sitting at a bench and I wait for Dave. Then Dave texts me that his friend Billy, let's call him that, is also coming along. Now, Billy is a menace, okay? Or at least was a menace. He left our school a year ago, and ever since then, I haven't heard or talked to him, which I'm glad about because this guy used to do a lot of shit. He vapes and drinks alcohol and a bunch of other drugs, and he still does. I've seen him do it actually. So I'm a little concerned as I don't want to do anything crazy. So I try to stay away from Billy, and I told Dave that. He's like, okay, that's fine, but I obviously don't know why Billy's here myself. So even he was confused. And just a side note, Billy is like very obese and like very big. He could probably beat the shit out of Dave or me. Not because he's strong, just because of his sheer like roundness and weight. So a few minutes later, I see Dave and Billy walking up to me at the mall, and I'm like, "You guys, hello. What are you guys trying to do at the mall?" So I'm just saying that. Now, keep in mind, I did not have any money at the time, but I didn't carry my wallet, and all I had was my phone, so I really couldn't buy anything. I don't have any like digital payment apps or whatever. So we were just loitering around and stuff. Dave and Billy did have money, so they were having fun with that, and I was just doing a bunch of random shit with them. I was getting like free samples at the supermarket or something. I don't really remember. And we were having fun, and Dave and Billy both bought packets of chips, and I was eating with them. Not much, since I obviously didn't buy the chips, but just a few here and there. So eventually, Dave says he needs to go to the washroom, and I'm like, okay, but I was also scared because I would have to be alone with Billy, right? Because I didn't just want to ditch Dave. So at the time, Dave did not engage in any of this drug stuff or anything like that. He also wanted to refrain from hitting the Benjamin and stuff like that. So I was just standing awkwardly next to Billy when Dave was in the washroom, and I was just waiting for him there. And out of nowhere, this guy just pulls an entire packet of cigarettes. I don't know what you call that, the box, whatever. And he just says, "Hey, do you want one?" And now listen, I've been offered vapes by other people at parties. I've said no, but I generally think that a cigarette is way worse than a vape. And I wasn't scared in the moment, I was just shocked. And I just said no. And this guy tries to offer a vape to me, like, "Hey, do you want a vape?" And he keeps on offering me the stuff until Dave comes out of the washroom and he tells Billy to go fuck off. Now, Billy did not fuck off per se, but he just stopped offering us cigarettes slash vapes. And immediately after that, I went home. because my dad was calling my phone and he knew my ass was not in my society/building, so I did. And here's the funny part, or tragic part of the story, if you want to say that. Now, at the time, I said that Dave did not want to vape, but he just ended up getting this really, let's say, emo girlfriend that fucking stuck a vape in his mouth at some party or something. And he didn't like it at first, but eventually, after a few months, he just started to do it regularly. And I'm not friends with him anymore. It's kind of sad, but I can't do anything about it. Life is how it is. You have to prioritize what you want. Do you want your peace, or do you want to be constantly in the vicinity of vapes and stuff and just not enjoy it, trying to be cool or whatever? But yeah, guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video because this was a really weird and ironic story that at the time I was just going to brush off. But obviously, after that last fact, I realized how ironic it was that Dave was the one who promised he would never do it, and he told Billy to go fuck off. And he just ended up doing it himself, which is really, really sad. So, this doesn't apply to the just teenagers. If you're at any age, you can not do whatever drug you're doing, right? Even if it's not a drug per se, like being addicted to corn or something like that. Just you can be better than that, okay? But thank you guys for watching. This is kind of a weirder story time video than I make normally, but you did watch to the end, so I'm assuming you liked it. So thank you for listening. Do subscribe. I have way funnier slash whatever stories. It'll be in the playlist here, and I love you consensually. Bye.